What's up, duelists? This week begins the first back-to-back RBET weekend. This weekend, we've got RBET online. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and that is going to be taking place in the really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord in the description below. It's free to enter. There's usually a prize. It's a lot of fun. Come hang out. Come play. Come join the Discord and hang out and play with us. And then, of course, the following weekend is RBET Orlando, which is an IRL tournament. If you scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link in the description below, you can see more details about this event. Huge prize pool, Shona Jump Dark End, custom mats, a lot of high rarity Edison cards to the top 8, as well as invites to RBT rulers at the end of the year. These are the last two big events for this year. This is quite possibly, the biggest 2 weeks in Edison history. We're going to have back-to-back massive major tournaments, and it's just going to be a huge blast. So take part in one of these if you can't, and if you can't, then tune in and watch here on the channel. Be sure you're subscribed and liked. Today I'm going to be playing a deck that's been making some waves, like low-key in the background. This is Zombie Plants. This is a deck I've lost to actually quite a bit frequently in my testing with my friends. It's a combination of both the Zombie deck and the Quick Draw Plant deck, and you try to like blur them together around Mystic Tomato and Mark of the Rose. That's kind of like the linchpin of the deck. Mystic Tomato can get you to the zombie side of things, but it can also get you to the plant side of things and turn on your Mark of the Rose via Sangan. This is the most recent list that I had that did something. This got second place at a PS5 tournament at, I believe, Card Addiction. So it was a pretty big tournament. I think it was a capacity tournament, so at least 64 players. And I think this deck is genuinely speaking pretty solid. I don't know if Zombies is like where it's at for this metagame. I think this deck looks like it kind of is going to crumble to Deck Devastation Virus, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm in an 8-man tournament. I'm up against Cool Dead Punk in round 1, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. He's got the Duelists tag, so he already knows. He already knows. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to be dueling right now, especially with this really sweet Zombie Plant deck. I think this deck has the potential to be very, very solid. Mark of the Rose being a themed Snatch Steal, very devastating effect. We did win the rock, paper, scissors. Really nice for us. And we are going to get to go first. 41 cards is not something I normally agree with, but I'm copying somebody else's list, so that's the way it goes. I think we want to lead on Titanial. It is worth mentioning that we could go get Dandelion, but it's not really worth it. I think we just lead on Titanial, get this lady in play, and then we Allure of Darkness afterward. Draw 2 new cards. We found Mystic Tomato and we found Torrential Tribute. I actually think Goblin Zombie is a little bit higher value than Mystic Tomato, so I'm going to keep the Goblin Zombie. I'm going to banish the Mystic Tomato. I'm going to set nothing. I'm just going to pass. I don't think there's a world where I want a Torrential, and I don't think there's a world I want to set anything into my own Heavy Storm, so we're just going to set nothing. If he goes like Shura Kalut, that's where things get annoying. Dark Valkyria, Supervise, think. Well, either way I have to negate the Supervise, right? Yeah. I'll negate the Supervise now. I'll negate the Supervise now in case there's like a reason not to. I don't fucking know. Alright, we're going to take 18. That is annoying, but alas, here we are. When they normal summon the Dark Valkyria next turn, I can Torrential, so that's pretty chill. I could also just Black Rose here if I wanted to. This deck is fairly weak to Black Rose, but I mean, we're just going to Heavy for 2. I think this is the safest. Okay, cool. Now we can just make a Synchro. And I'm thinking the Synchro we want to make is Ancient Fairy Dragon. So let's do that. Quick Draw is a pretty bad draw until we find Dandelion. Maybe I should have kept the Tomato to Sangan us into Dandelion, but it's kind of a deep bridge. I could also just set Goblin Zombie, set Torrential, and then save this for the Black Rose play later. But I think I like getting card advantage. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. Special summon out the Lone Fire Blossom. And then I'll Synchro. I think I'm going to Synchro into the Ancient Fairy Dragon. I don't think we need to spend our Black Rose Dragon just yet. Let's attack over the Dark Valkyria. I don't remember how many Debris Dragon is in our deck, but I like to save the Black Rose Dragon for later. I will set Space Typhoon, and I will set Torrential Tribute, and I'll pass. I don't think this deck mains Heavy Storm, and even if he did, he set some weird cards to... Okay, here's Evocator. That's fine. Does he have another Supervise? He does. Think. If I chain Typhoon to this. Yeah, gotta do that. I'll chain Typhoon. So we had a pretty good draw versus the heavy back row deck. With both Heavy Storm and Typhoon. Should have summoned the Valkyria in attack position, honestly. Heavy MST sad, yeah. Yeah, pretty lucky. Pretty lucky, not gonna lie. I can't lie that was pretty lucky. Here we've got options. We've got Foolish, Dandy, Make Drill, but then we won't have any cards left in our hand. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to summon Goblin Zombie and clear both. And I'm not going to use my Foolish, my Quick Draw this turn. We'll just attack over Evocator, and then the other guy. And then, yeah, we'll just pass. I don't think there's really a reason to get too fancy with this. Okay, 2 back row. Maybe a Mirror Force in our future. Again, no reason to really think about it. Let's just connect. Let's try and mill them. Deck them out. Activate. Oh, hitting Call of the Haunted is actually quite nice. That is a card that would have allowed them to come back into the game. I'm going to set Bottomless Trap Hole to play around Trap Dust Shoot next turn. End phase Reinforced Truth. I will allow that. That's cool. That's chill. Is that card going to be a problem for me? Let's say they normal summon Soldier. Do I Torrential? I think I do. So they normal Soldier. I think if we Torrential, we win. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just Torrential. I'm just limit testing. I don't really know. I know Soldier's going to be pretty annoying for us to get over with our board. So Goblin Zombie is going to get us a search. We could search for Plague Spreader, and I think it is right to search for Plague Spreader. We want to be able to Foolish Mizuki and then make a Synchro with Goblin Zombie, so that's pretty good for us. We drew Mirror Force. Does he have Dust Shoot? That is the one thing that could have got us here. I don't think so. I'll normal summon Plague first. It says almost played zombies for this. Would have been interesting. Would have been interesting to play this in the mirror. I don't think our hand's been like spectacular, but I don't think it's definitely been good for this matchup. Like having the Torrential, having the Heavy Storm and the Typhoon, these are all very good cards for this matchup. So we'll go ahead, Mizuki back, Goblin Zombie. We can now Synchro into a 6-star. I think the best 6-star to make here is, wow, he doesn't have the zombie 6-stars. Interesting. We can make Bryonic. I think I'm just going to make Goyo. Goblin Zombie's going to search for me. We'll go ahead and grab that Spirit Reaper. He's our last target, I believe, for Goblin Zombie. Yeah, he is. Playing a very, very small zombie engine. Attack for 2,800. We've been able to keep our card advantage pretty high here. I'm going to set that Mirror Force and pass. If he finds a way to Black Rose, it is annoying, but what can you do? That is normally very annoying, but we have Mirror Force, so that ought to give us the game. Cool. So we got game 1. This matchup can be very hard. It can legit be very hard. I don't know exactly the best way to side versus it. I know Royal Decree has merit, but this matchup can be really tricky. Like, most of our sideboard is actually kind of bad versus deck. I guess we only have the 1 Debris Dragon. So last game it would have been better to make Black Rose. Now that I'm looking at the deck, yeah, it definitely would have been better to make Black Rose. Vanity's Fiend is interesting. It's pretty terrible versus specifically that one card. They do play Imperial Iron Wall, which is really ugly. It makes me want to cut a Mark of the Rose, and it makes me want to cut like Bottomless. Because Imperial Iron Wall can really shut off our deck. It also makes me want to cut Caius. But with Royal Decree up, I mean, Caius is really good, so is Mark of the Rose. So maybe Bottomless is the worst one. Because it's like, it's a trap card, so we want to be able to cut, we want to cut trap cards. I also want to cut Dust Shoot going second. I'm going to bring in generic good cards over some of these. I think over Return, I'm going to go with Smashing Ground. I think we're just going to go like generic cards, bring them in, and then try things from there. Vanities is good against some of their cards, just not against all of them. It's like not good against the spells. So I think I'm going to leave the Vanities out for now. We might try it going first if we lose game 2. We opened up Typhoon again, which is very good. We also opened up with Gale, which is very good. This can break most openers. It can't break Reinforce, but it can break most of their openers. Pot of Avarice is... I didn't realize this was in my deck, but... Okay, I guess we've got Pot of Avarice. I should have probably sided that out. This card doesn't seem very good. Toon Magician. Okay, Gale can run that over. I do want to save my Typhoon. We don't want to use it. Oh, that is such a good draw. That is actually such an insanely good draw. Okay. I think Phoenix Wing is discarding Avarice. We're just going to go Gale Have. And run it over. He might be forced to use a Gemini Spark here. Go ahead and attack. There it is. Very nice. Draws a new card. Main phase 2. I'll set both my cards and pass. I'm not sure if I want to discard Dark Armed or Avarice, but I think it's always going to be Avarice because Dark Armed is just amazing. That's fine. That doesn't matter too much. 1800. Sets back row. I want to Typhoon the new one, because that one's most likely to be Spark. Fiendish fucking Chain. Crazy. Alright. Oh, yes. That's exactly what I wanted to draw. Just kidding. It is a good discard for the Phoenix Wing, though, so let's go ahead and summon Tomato. Alright. Battle Phage. Attack. Take 400. We're going to do this a couple more times. I think we're going to end on Sangan is the best card to end on. I'm assuming. Sangan, Plague, or Goblin Zombie. I think Sangan's the best one. Then I will Phoenix Wing the back row. No, I don't care about Phoenix Wing the back row. Main phase 2, I'll just special Dark Armed. Royal Oppression. No. Yeah, we use Dark Armed. We will banish the Tomato, I believe. It's better to banish the Gale. Yeah, I was very lucky. I was very lucky this game. I actually do kind of want to get my Sangan search now. He's drawing Oppression next turn. I don't even know what Sangan's going to search for. I'll just leave it and pass. What's the worst that could happen? I don't think his deck banishes shit. But yeah, I was very lucky this game. Not setting the Oppression is a weird chant, but good thing I left the Sangan. Insane luck. Insane luck. I'm actually just drawing like a god. I don't deserve this at all, but I'm just getting very lucky. I'll search for Dandelion. I think it's fine. Oh, I should have searched for Lonefire. Doesn't really fucking matter, let's be real. 2400, 2800, and pass the turn. Yeah, and if our monsters die, we have Avarice, but he does have that Oppression, so if he found a way to kill all my monsters, it would be pretty bad. That being said, like, GG's. GG's very unlucky. Very unlucky. I was just going to blow up all 3 in attack. But yeah, he got very unlucky. So, Zombie Plants, I think, seems legit. A lot of strong cards. I don't love that there's only one Debris Dragon. I feel like this is like the best card in the deck. I don't love the one Pot of Avarice, but we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving forward. I also don't love the extra deck. Didn't love the one Quick Draw, but the rest of the engine is really sound. Lonefire, Tomato, Dark Arm Dragon. These cards all do really well together, so I can't really complain when I'm drawing Dark Armed with Tomato. Like, that's just as lucky as it gets. Round 2, I'm going to face off against the winner of Pouch versus Yami Marco. So, we'll watch their game. Pouch versus Yami Marco. Looks like Yami Marco lost game 1. So, I guess I'll fill time by talking about some stuffs. Yeah, yesterday's video was the Jinzo video, which I really liked playing that deck. I really like playing that deck in general. One thing I noticed was, like, people in the comments were, like, kind of salty about, like, me being salty at the end. And I'm like, dude, I am playing it up. Like, it is a joke. And I thought I was pretty clear in the video that I was joking. Like, I thought it was pretty obvious that I'm, like, being sarcastic and that I don't really care. But some people don't pick up on that. And I get it, you know. Like, some people don't listen to the video as is. And then they hear the salty bit and they think, like, oh, he's being genuine. He's being serious. And it's like, no, dude, I play this format every day. I talk to these guys about the games after it. Like, obviously, I'm not that upset. I literally don't care. It's just kind of, like, weird. It's kind of weird to see people, like, react to it that way. And it's like, I get it. Like, if they thought I was being serious, then, like, maybe it would have been kind of weird. But obviously, I'm like, I don't take this that seriously. In case you couldn't tell by the fucking Comic Sans that I put on my tournament shit, I don't take this that seriously. Oh, man. Deep Sea Diva. All right, special summon out the Gilman. Okay, so we got Gilman Diva. Do I want to play against a Diva deck? Actually, yeah. I feel like the zombie deck beats up on the Diva decks. Especially if they're going Android. This must be Diva Hero Beat. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. So, I think Diva Hero Beat is bad. Like, I just think it's a bad deck. And I'm really surprised at, like, how many people are, like, sending it with that deck. Wow, is this the Diva Hero Beat mirror? Exciting. Watch, I'm going to play against it. I'm going to lose to it. That's what's going to happen. Oh my god, I can already tell. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, no, it's funny. Oh, Diva Hero. Okay, he's playing the evil guy. I think Diva Hero is a much better deck than Diva Hero Beat. That's just my opinion on things. But I feel like Hero Beat is like, I don't know how this deck picked up. Like, in no part is it fun. Like, not only that, but, like, the deck never really had any, like, insanely notable tops. Like, it didn't top... Like, it topped, like, I think it had 2 lists at RBET Moval, but all the other RBETs it didn't top. And, like, it also didn't top DDV. It's, like, kind of weird. It's, like, why is this deck so popular all of a sudden? Like, it's not a fun deck, in my opinion, at least. Fun is subjective, right? Like, some people really get a kick out of whatever it is that's happening here. Oh, I guess it's a Diva Hero mirror. Oh, that's more exciting. That's way more exciting. I love Diva Hero because I love OTKs. I think OTKs are fucking PogChamp. So, yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I do like Diva Hero Beat. No, I don't like Diva Hero Beat. I do like Diva Hero. But I think Diva Hero Beat is, like, man, is that deck middling. Like, people say, like, oh, it has a good matchup versus Blackwings. I'm like, yeah, if everything goes well, and they have, like, an okay draw. But I feel like if Blackwings has, like, a decent draw, like, it's fucking impossible to beat them. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, Value Turbo's been, like, slowly, like, not slowly, but, like, sneaking into a lot of first place finishes. It definitely got first place at the biggest tournament this year, which was Nats. And you can't write that off. And I was thinking about it because I'm like, when I playtest Value Turbo and when I playtest Blackwings, Blackwings is better. Like, it's just a better deck. But why is it that Value Turbo is the one winning the events? And I think it's because people prepare for Blackwings and people test against Blackwings because of how common it is, how much you need to play against it. And I think as a result, people mess up against Blackwings less. Whereas I think against Value Turbo, the consensus is like people mess up against that deck a lot. Every time I'm watching someone play Value Turbo, I'm like, oh, the Value Turbo player shouldn't be winning, but he is because the player messed up. And I think, like, the inherent nature of, like, setting monsters and setting back row is you give your opponent a lot more opportunities to mess up and give you advantages where you normally wouldn't have those advantages. When people start playing more tight, obviously I feel like Blackwings is the better deck because of just, like, the power ceiling. Icarus is a better card. It's faster, more aggressive. It can punish stuff. It's a better brain control deck. It's got Black Whirlwind. It's just like a faster and stronger deck. It's like easier to activate DDV in Blackwings. Like, all of the strengths are there for Blackwings, but I think it's a lot harder to mess up versus Blackwings when you've practiced against it a ton. Whereas I think it's pretty easy to actually mess up against Vayu Turbo if you're inexperienced in the matchup. That's something I was thinking about a lot lately. I was like, yeah, people don't really practice against Vayu Turbo, but people definitely practice against Blackwings, at least from the people that I talk to. And I'm like, yeah, like if you just practice against Vayu Turbo, like the matchup becomes so much easier. And that's how I was thinking about like Diva Hero Beat too. I think part of the reason Diva Hero Beat is like so popular is because like it's a little bit more forgiving if you make a mistake too, and newer players can pick it up pretty easily. Plus, Heroes as an archetype is pretty popular, but I'm just surprised to see like Diva Hero Beat with like Alias be the popular variant and not this version, like the A True Hero Silchus Ruin version where you like have all the crazy synchro potential. I feel like the dark version is badass. Like you get to play all the coolest cards. You get to play Caius. You get to play Evil Guy. Why would I ever want to play like, you know what I mean? Why would I ever want to play anything but this? I feel like this is the vibe, you know? It's weird. He says probably a Caius, but he searched for malicious. Like obviously it was the malicious. Why would it not be the malicious? Gonna blow up the Snowman Eater. Plague looking pretty good there. Plague was a solid find for Yami Marco. And another thing is that this Plague represents another 8-star. Because you got Mali Banish, you got Plague Summon, so we can summon a follow-up 8-star. You had to think though, why did we not do that this turn and summon the Colossal Fighter and go for Exact Game? It actually would have been more than Exact Game because you're dealing 3,000. I believe there would have been 2 warriors in the grave after the malicious hits. So, Yami Marco missing lethal there. I mean, yeah, just missing lethal outright. It's kind of funny. Does he have Caius, though, to close this out? We have Evil Guy. And we do. We do have the Caius, so that's going to be game 2. We're going to see them move on to game 3. Pouchy Pouch does get to go first. But if my opponent was missing lethal in game 2 like that, I'd be feeling pretty confident about going into game 3. I'd be feeling pretty confident about my ability to outplay them. That being said, like OTK mirrors can sometimes just be like, oh, he just had it. I really hate this mirror match. This is probably one of my least favorite mirror matches. My favorite mirror matches in the format are probably Blackwings. I think the Quick Draw mirror is really hard, but fun in a good way. I think the Dragon mirror is bad. I think the Vayu Turbo mirror is very bad. That's like one of my least favorite mirrors. It's funny how that works, but I think the Blackwing mirror is like really fun. I think Glad mirror is like really bad. I think the Fairy mirror is weird. I'm not a fan of it. I love the Zombie mirror. The Zombie mirror might be one of my favorite mirror matches. The Diva Hero mirror, it probably falls somewhere in the middle, where like you can have really back and forth games because your resources are so crazy and neither person is really locking the other person out. But you could also have those games where it's like he just had a Vanity's Fiend and I didn't draw my Wind Blast. So, I don't know. We'll see. This matchup can be good. It can be lights out. It's a little bit more middling. It's not like my least favorite mirror match to play, but it's definitely not my favorite mirror match to play, which is by far and above Blackwings, I think is the most fun mirror match in the format. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because that matchup is really, really good. It's really, really fun. Zombie mirror is also really, really fun. Like if you like playing zombies. That's why it would have been really cool to play this zombie mirror against or our zombie deck that we've queued with versus Cool Dead Punk. That would have been really fun. But alas, we had to sack the shit out of him playing versus Gemini. I literally drew like my best cards versus him. Some days you just have it, you know. Some days you're just lucky, but you also have to build your deck to be lucky, if that makes sense. I really like the Gemini deck. I just think that no one is really making headway with it that I've seen since the initial list. I unironically think the initial list was the best one that I've seen so far. It just had like Mirror Force Torrential instead of the Iron Wall shit. I'm not really a big fan of Iron Wall in the main. I think it's just a little too narrow. Like some decks just have a heyday if you flip an Iron Wall. So. And also like, I don't know, you don't really want Iron Wall versus Frogs. Like they'll just rise it. You don't really want it versus a couple other decks. Interesting choice here. Crushing the Sangan into the Snowman. You can take 900 here, but you do get the Search. It's not a full 1-for-1 because you don't clear the snowman, but it's not that bad. Allure banishing the evil guy means definitely no Caius. Like, if you had Caius, you would just evil guy into Caius. You do have to risk into Rug, I think, a lot in this matchup, but I don't think that Rug is super commonly cited in this deck. I could be wrong, though. Allure of Darkness. Rug is super good against this deck, normally speaking, because it stops Diva, Caius, and Stratos, so it stops, like, all your big payoffs. Not all your big payoffs, but all your big summons. The payoffs are, what, Miracle Fusion, Future Fusion. So, it stops all your, like, introductory summons, I should say, or like your mid-level plays. It doesn't stop like your Sangan. It doesn't stop like the Mali Plague stuff, but there's actually been a lot of times when I've been playing Diva Hero in the past where it's right to go summon Diva, don't activate the Diva effect, because you want to play around Rug. Here comes Dark Grepher. This is going to pitch Mali. That's going to send Plague. And we'll see if he wants to go full send into Torrential Tribute. If he does, he probably has Solemn Judgment. It's pretty telling, I think, if that's the case. Allure on both sides, but I feel banishing Caius here is kind of... It's interesting. I don't know if it's bad or good or whatever. That preliminary damage is really nice for Pouch, because being at 5,400 in this matchup is like literally just like a miracle and an 8-star, and that's it. Oftentimes, Colossal Fighter can get easily up to 3,100, especially in the matchup where both players are playing a good amount of warriors. So, yeah, Colossal Fighter plus Absolute Zero can do it. And it's not even that hard to do. Like, he has the Colossal Fighter sitting and waiting in his graveyard. He just needs to find the miracle, and he just needs to open up the back row. And then he can just go ham, go crazy, go silly, go stupid even. There's really big thonk in here. I like the pace at which these players are playing. I think they're playing at a good pace, actually. I oftentimes criticize players for doing things, but I don't oftentimes compliment players for doing good things, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna try to like incorporate more of that into the content, where I was like, you know, spend more time like talking about what I like that players are doing. This is a big brain control. Oh, mind control, my bad. Big mind control, because take Grepher, pitch Mali, and now we can set up the Colossal on the other side. But at the same time, you have to convert the Grepher somehow, so if there's no Diva here, then... Oh, that's tough. Maybe the Plague's in hand. Actually, the Plague's gotta be in hand. What are we doing here? Special Dark Armed? That puts you to 3 darks. No, we're going Diva. Are we activating the Diva? Did we side out the Plague? I feel like this is very risky into Rug or Solemn. But it's just going to convert. I'd still probably use the Mali and make Stardust first, yeah. Because if it's bottomless or Mirror Force, or... Well, if it's bottomless, you want to make Stardust first. And I think that that's more than enough reason to go Mali first. And you do want to Goyo take the Snowman Eater, because it keeps Pouch off of that Miracle Fusion play. So there's the Stardust Dragon. And now are we going to make the Goyo? It looks like we are. Alternatively, you could go for Bionic, but it's a little bit card intensive, and you're not dealing 8,000 this turn. So I think it's just better to go Goyo. Steal the Snowman, establish your position, and do what you gotta do. Pouchy Pouch. Are we going to Solemn the Goyo? We probably should, just because you need your Miracle to be live. But who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe you save the Solemn to push through the back row. That's what I was thinking you probably want to do. He is really thinking here. Okay. So we're going to go battle phase. Yeah. He's assessed the situation. He's got Mali Plague down. He can go for an 8-star Colossal Fighter, whatever. He can make it, and he definitely wants that Solemn Judgment that's in his back row to protect it. I'm almost certain it's a Solemn here. I could be wrong. It could be like a Phoenix Wing or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Stardust attacks for 25. And that's going to be the initial chip that Yami needs to go for his OTK later on. He's also in a much better position to OTK because, like, Pouch has to not only break, but he has to win. Whereas Yami really only needs to crack back once. I guess maybe not. Maybe he's not in the best position. Depends on the 5 cards. The back row has to be solemn, though. I refuse to believe it's anything else. So, what have we got? Live Miracle from Yami. Live Miracle from Pouch. If Yami had Miracle, he probably should have gone for it last turn. We're going to Miracle before using Plague. Or not Miracle, Mally before using Plague. So that means these 4 cards are good. It means they are cards you want to keep. You have the option to stack for Plague first to shuffle away a bad card. And it looks like his cards were actually all good. So maybe we're going to see a crazy turn here from Pouch. I'm assuming we're going to see a crazy... Well, like, we better see a fucking crazy turn here from Pouch. I'm thinking it's going to be Dark End first, blow up the Snowman Eater, Miracle Fusion, Crash with Stardust, something like that. But that's not very good. You might just want to go Colossal and outclass the 2 monsters in play. And then run over the Snowman Eater. That's what I would do, at least. Just because, like, Colossal beats Goyo and Stardust. So you basically force him to have something like Brain Control or Caius. Yep. So there's Bottomless. Do we have the Solemn? We have to have the Solemn, right? What? He doesn't have this. What was he thinking about on the Goyo summon? What? What was he thinking about on the Goyo? Huh? What was he thinking about? This is illegal. This is illegal play. It needs an elemental hero. He says, "Ah, fuck." Yep. There we go. Corrected. Yeah, unfortunately, Malicious is a Destiny hero. So Fossil Dino will be returned set. Dinah should be set. Yep. There you go. Cool. Okay. Game state corrected. Yeah. I don't know what his back row was. But if he could have done something on the Goyo, he probably should have, just to retain that water. At least that's what I think. That's going to be pretty crushing. You just target the monster here. There's really nothing else to think about. Does he have Solemn? It's Bottomless. Okay, well. You can just let that resolve. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. I like letting this resolve. Chain Torrential. Chain Stardust to the Torrential. Okay. Well, the Dinah's gonna get banished. Dinah is banished. There we go. We got that corrected. Nice. Alright. And he can hit for 2,800. If he wanted to. But he's just gonna pass. There's now a water and a hero in the grave, though, so Miracle does stabilize. Do we have it? That's the real question. Yami Marco's in a much better position to top deck Miracle, though. Because Pouchy Pouch basically needs to top deck his second Miracle. Oh, no, wait, his first Miracle. The last card is Miracle. No, he does have Miracle. The set card is Miracle. He can flip it. Yeah, make absolute zero. Just crash with Stardust to stabilize. It's not great, obviously, because the situation is dire, but it's better than staring down Stardust Goyo, that's for sure. What is the card that he drew? Because that's what he was thinking about. Yami Marco says, I knew the card. Yes, he did. But he gave him the most benefit of the doubt. Not benefit of the doubt. He gave him the most, like, that was like a gentlemanly, like, not attack. Because the Mirror Force, or the Miracle Fusion was revealed, but, you know, like, he didn't want to, like, pretend like he knew the Mirror Force. That's the way I see it. Okay, Stratos Insane Summons here. Actually, it's not that good. I don't really know where this gets him. It gets him to Evil Guy. Evil Guy. 1800, okay. Chip damage, a little bit of chip damage. I don't even know. Can Pouch get out of this? His second miracle isn't even live. That's tough. Kind of a tough game for Pouch. I think he needs to, like, he needed to draw a return, like, last turn and not have a dead card in his hand. I don't know what he's going to do from here, though. Because Stratos is kind of just that boy. The Mali play is gone. So Future Fusion, it has to be like Future Fusion plus Miracle, which is a little bit unrealistic. But it could be it, you know. Future Fusion is good if he survives the turn. I just don't see him surviving the turn, right? Like, there's such a low chance that with 4 non-spell and trap cards, it says misclick, okay. Just clarifying that that is a misclick. He should send Evil Guy, yeah. Unless he has Caius in hand, but I don't think he has Caius in hand. Evil Guy and Diva, probably. Now that the Snowman is gone. If he doesn't have Treeborn, that is. You should definitely send Diva, though, because you need the Gilman in deck, because you need to be able to make Android. Oh, yeah, another Snowman. That works. Do you have 3 Snowman? That'd be crazy. I think the set monster is another Evil Guy, though. I think he's just trying to survive the turn. Normal Plague doesn't quite win. Just Attack definitely doesn't win. Yep, there's a set Evil Guy. Interesting. What does he mean by all this? Set back row pass. Oh, this game's over. Yeah. Now that should be like a pretty guaranteed. Yep. And that's going to be the match. Actually, Yami Marco reverse sweeping against Pouch. Nice games. Nice games. Very back and forth. Very positional. I think Pouch kind of suffered from the information there at the end. Trying to miracle away his Dynas kind of shuffering. But I play you now. We play against Yami Marco. So we're going to play Diva Hero versus Zombie Plants. Which is a matchup I don't think I've seen. It's probably good for zombies, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so good luck, have fun. I'm going to pick scissors. And we lost the rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I think Caius is going to beat our ass. Phoenix Wing also beats us. And Absolute Zero is a questionable one for us, too. We have a good hand. Like, this hand is fucking crazy. It's just 3 limited cards. Some of the best ones to have in your opening hand, too. So I really can't complain about this hand at all. Oh my gosh, this hand is great. I just want to attack it. I just want to swing. It could be Sangin. It probably is Sangin. It's Goblin Zombie? Wait, what the fuck? He's playing zombies too? Not what I was expecting. Okay. I didn't know he was playing zombies. That's crazy. We saw that entire match and we didn't see the zombies come out from him. Maybe he has like a modal sideboard plan. He's going to grab Zombie Master. So we get to play the Zombie Mirror, which is one of my favorite things in the world, and I'm very excited for that. So I'm going to set Dust Shoot, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to Dust Shoot him. No, I'm not. Actually, I lied. That was a lie. I'm not going to do it. He's going to blow up my back row. Allure of Darkness, I think... Okay, that's fine. There's no shot he only has 1 dark and 8 cards. It would be funny, though. Imagine. If he banishes the Zombie Master, I'm going to feel like a fool. Okay, he had the Caius. On resolution. I just want to see his hand now. Okay, what are we looking at here? We got Mind Control, Brain Control, Zombie Master, Deep Sea Diva, Miracle Fusion. Wow. Well, it's got to be Deep Sea Diva. Caius, EM, Mind Control, Brain Control, Cold Wave. And Miracle Fusion. I think that this is like an interesting choice to have Cold Wave in your deck that plays Miracle Fusion. You got Zombie Master, normal summon. That's chill. And hit over for 700. Goblin Zombie can search us. I believe Spirit Reaper, because I'm going to allure him away. Main phase 2. You're not setting any of these cards. That's just silly. You're just passing here. What? We're pitching the Caius, grabbing the Goblin Zombie. That's really aggressive. That's not what I was expecting at all. That's not what I was expecting at all. Well, I'm going to allure here. Draw 2 new cards. And I'm going to be forced to banish my Spirit Reaper. And I'm going to have to pass. Unfortunately. We got to be careful of that brain control. That's kind of an issue for us. Yeah, the brain control is an issue. Meld Sangan. He's not going to attack with Zombie Master. Alright. Draw for turn. Drew Caius. Perfect. Go ahead and Heavy Storm. We are dropping kind of low to do this, but it has to be done. Zombie Master activate. Pitch Quick Draw. Special summon Goblin Zombie. I'm actually going to think on position. I think I'm going to do it in defense position. I don't think the damage matters as much as the mill one. Go ahead and Caius. Activate. Banish the Goblin Zombie. Deal 1,000. Attack for 24. We know he has Mind Control, Brain Control. Either way, you would take the Caius. So setting bottomless is bad. But I'll still set it. You know, I'll still set it. It's fine. I think it's going to be tough for us if he draws a tuner. Either way. Viewing my graveyard. What are you viewing my graveyard for? Future Fusion. That's pretty fucking good. I cannot lie, that's probably the best draw in the deck. Because there's nothing else that turned on Miracle immediately. That being said, I can bottomless the 0 and we can just proceed with our lives. I can search Mizuki. And I can proceed to know his entire hand. I mean, like, what's he going to do? Miracle Fusion now? No shot, right? You Miracle Fusion your... Yeah, now you have to Miracle your Mally and your Treeborn. Should have specialed the Mally from deck first. A little bit of a missequencing from our opponent there. But I am going to bottomless this. And it's going to give us a Mizuki search. Goblin Zombie's going to search for us and grab us. That's got to be Mizuki here. I do wish we played Zombie Master. It has come up a fair bit in these few games, so Food for thought, I guess. Just Mizuki hit. Next turn we have game with Call of the Haunted. Pass the turn. This is turn 1 of Future Fusion. We know he has Cold Wave. We know he has Mind Control, Brain Control, and one unknown card. So it's pretty much just like, what is your unknown card, really? And yeah, looks like he's going to concede. There's a bit of a preemptive concession there. He actually wasn't dead. He should have waited to see that we could kill him. But it worked out really well for us. I think because he is on those zombie cards, I think DD Crow is actually going to be really good. I think pulling the rug has a lot of application here. That Trap Dust Shoot was really insanely strong. And I think waiting there was really good with it too. Because I assumed like, oh, he's not just going to summon Zombie Master into my Goblin Zombie. That was one of those instances where I think it is absolutely correct to wait. Mark of the Rose kind of just rotted in our hand. Quick Draw is only good with Dandelion, but that's pretty good, you know. Pulling the Rug is solid. It stops a lot of the cards we care about. Mirror Force is bad versus zombie decks in general. I'm not a big fan of Pot of Avarice in this matchup. It seems kind of silly. Same thing with Mark of the Rose. I think we only really want one of those. I think we can side one of our other dudes out. I want to side out Quick Draw and a Dandelion. Just because I just don't think they're that good going second. And then I do want to somehow fit the Vanity's Fiend in, but it's like kind of hard. Smashing Ground's a great way to answer Resolved Absolute Zero. But if he makes Stardust alongside it, it's just like, it's too much. It's too much. I don't know about Heavy Typhoon either. It seemed like he was kind of back row light. Whatever. We'll just run it back. I don't really know. I honestly don't really know. Seems like a hard deck to side deck with. Sounds pretty bad. Like, this would be a good hand going first, but we're not, so. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, we lose. We don't have a way to out Stardust. Yep. Malicious activates. Yeah. All good. This did not pan out well for us. I can't lie. But we'll see. We still have some potential. Maybe Copium. Dude, if he raw made Dark End, I'd be like, bruh. But this is almost just as bad. Jesus. Okay. Allure first. Draw 2. Oh. You know, if he had chained Dust Shoot, then... Question mark? Does he have Solemn? Might have wanted to Solemn. Alright. I'm gonna go get a tomato. And just fucking lose to Caius, honestly. Yeah, this one's over. How do I get out of this? Gale? Okay. That's a start. Dude, this is so bad. I like literally don't have plays. It just has to be crash into Gale, like make Bryonic. This is pretty tough. If I get Mirror Force Tier, it's fucking bad. Alright. So I'm going to do this a couple more times. Attack Spine Gilman. I have to think if I'm definitely getting Gale first. Main phase 2. Activate, target Stardust Dragon. Hopefully I can just have this garbage. Mind Control Gilly. Are we gonna come out of this somehow? That'd be crazy. He probably has Solemn, right? Like, just makes the most sense. It says think, yeah. Because he would have Solemn. He was probably thinking Solemn on Allure. That's probably what he was thinking. Already? Yeah. I'm gonna bounce 2 cards. I'm gonna bounce Stardust first. Chain Bottomless. That's fine. I'll get my 2 tokens. I'll go ahead and Typhoon his other back row. Special. Why did you not Solemn my monster? What? That's crazy. Okay. I think we're out here. Oh, I could have Bottomless the Absolute Zero. I'm fucking bad. I guess he can still Caius me, but then I'd have the Dark Arm behind. Oh, I'm so bad. I thought for some reason Bottomless didn't answer Future Fusion. I thought I had the Dark Arm the Future Fusion. I might have punted this. I might have punted this for sure. Because I play like shit. You forgot Treeborn. Oh, you can bring it if you want to. I don't care. You can bring the Treeborn if you want to. Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Yeah. I played like shit, honestly. I shouldn't have Dark Armed there. That was really silly. Okay, here comes Dark Grepher. Priority activate. Pitching Evil Guy. I'm gonna chain Bottomless. Chain. Because this way he can't make Black Rose. Like, Plague hits Grave, but Mally's already used. All he has is Treeborn in play. He's already normaled. He could special his own Dark Armed here. But I think this is okay for us. Next turn we can just land the fucking bitch, dude. Okay, never mind. At least this only trades with Dark... No, it doesn't even trade. It runs it over. Wow. That's annoying. Alright. That is tough. Damn, I wish I banished Gale, but whatever. Let's see. What is it? What is he guys got? Plague? We have time. Do we have time? Do I summon Titanial now? Titanial run over Treeborn and brings out the... No, he just kills another token for free that way. We just pass like this. Set return pass. Yeah, we just use the tokens to buy a turn. Titanial in hand's actually good, because when we return out the Bryonic, it's good for us. Treeborn in attack. Okay. That's pretty good for us. Back row? Okay. Interesting. Caius. Is that good? We can Caius his back row. Maybe there's one. Yeah, let's play with the return. Let's just play it. 3,600. Special summon. Special summon. Special in defense, I believe. Yep. And we go Bryonic. We actually go Bryonic attack first. Attack Treeborn. He takes 22. Changing the stats so it doesn't matter. Main phase 2. Sack for Caius. Target the back row in case it's return. Deck dev, wow. Okay, and then Bryonic, pitch, bounce, absolute 0. And that's going to give us a Goblin Zombie search. And we can search for Mizuki. Or we could search for Spear Reaper, but I think Mizuki's a little bit better. Or we can search for Plague. Okay, let me look at my deck. I want to draw Debris Dragon. I want to draw Tomatoes, okay. Reaper's not bad. I think Mizuki's the best card. No, Plague is the best card. Having a tuner's good, because then it means if I draw a mark or brain control, I'm living. Having Mizuki doesn't do anything. It's either Reaper or Plague. I'll just grab Reaper. I think Reaper can potentially buy us more turns. Like if this turn he just has absolute 0, hit for 3,000. Yeah, we just need to buy turns. So Reaper's the only way to do that. Unfortunately, he has another water besides Treeborn. So that's just going to be difficult. It's been a tough game. He's had a really good hand. Attack position, Treeborn. Not what I was expecting. Reaper's also good versus Vanity's Fiend if he's gone into that. I'm assuming with the deck dev, he has Vanity's Fiend in his deck. Treeborn in attack is most likely Miracle Fusion summon. Absolute 0. Yeah, there it is. He has to have a normal summon to win this turn, though. Which he might have. He had an insane draw, by the way. Solemn Miracle Fusion, double Miracle Future Fusion is pretty insane. Like, that's like probably in the top 5% of draws to have those in that sequence. Our draw was good, too. We also had, you know, Allure, Mind Control, Return, Dark Armed. So, like, we had a pretty solid draw. He knows my last card, so he can just attack with both freely. Passes the turn. Bottomless is the draw. Unfortunately, we just have to stall. Pain. He does have that Plague, too, so... Stratos kills us specifically. Because that gets him a discard for Bryonic. I don't know how I'm supposed to win this. Foolish Mizuki. Or I can Foolish Plague. I go Foolish Mizuki. Just so I don't draw it. Pass the turn. Oh, this has been such a tough game. I've not been impressed with Bottomless Trap Hole as my interaction. There's the Dust Tornado. He's got to have game then, if he's playing the Dust now. Yep, there it is. Okay. We'll go to the next one. That was tough. That was a really hard one. He does have Vanities. He does have Deck Dev as well. I think Mark of the Rose is really the only one. Mark of the Rose. We have to have it, right? I think Quick Draw Dandy is legit. As long as I outs to Vanities. It's just that Vanities is annoying. It also makes me weaker to Deck Dev, kind of. Oh, this matchup is fucking headache. I kind of want to side out Card Trooper. I don't think he does that well versus deck. I don't know what he does, you know. But we should have an okay matchup here. It's just Things didn't line up. Maybe we want our own Vanity's Fiends? Okay, let's say we bring in these 5. What are we cutting? Return was good that game. Like, it legit was good that game. Maybe it's Trag because we have to play our cards. And maybe we side out 1 tomato to help lessen the DDV hits. And then I'll side out maybe Call. Mind Control was good that game. Foolish is okay. It's like a Monster Reborn. Oh, this is so complicated for no reason. I'll just side out a Crow. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Hopefully I open Quick Draw Dandy. That would be the nicest. Well, we got Quick Draw. We got Dandy technically. We could do that. It's not like our hand's doing anything better, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Foolish. Send Dandy. 2 tokens. Pitch Mizuki. Special Quick Draw. Synchron to Drill. If he has Evil Guy into Vanities, I'm gonna fucking scream, but such is life. Pitch Reaper. Banish Drill. Pass the turn. Now we have Drill Dandy going, and we have Mizuki Reaper in the grave. So, plus we got Live Mark and almost Live Dark Arm? No, not that quite. Not that close. We need 2 more darks, so we're a little ways away from the almost Live Dark Armed. There's Diva. Diva can get us with the deck dev. But we played all our cards that get hit by deck dev, so here we are. Okay, there goes a token. We'll take 17. I'm going to hold this for absolute 0. That's my game plan. Wall up with tokens. Hold the mark for absolute 0. Okay. Catastor, interesting. Alright. Set back row. That means deck dev, right? Like that has to mean deck dev. Standby. Drill Warrior. Add back Dandelion. I'm 1 good. I just want to see if he wants to Wind Blast me or not. I'm gonna banish the Drill, I think. Straight up. So if I wait. If I banish the Drill, Mizuki back Spear Reaper, sack for Caius. I could also just mark sack for Caius, but then I'd have to banish my Dandelion, which I don't want to do. Like I said, I'll save it for absolute 0. We get 2 tokens. I want to get greedy, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to activate Mizuki. Banish Special Reaper. And then I'm going to try to Caius this Catastor. Just because I want to get to 3 darks. And getting Caius in the graveyard is actually insane for the Drill Warrior. Chain deck dev. That's fine. Show the hand. It's Dark Arm Mark. He should have deck dev'd on the summon of Spirit Reaper. I should attack here. Even if he has Gores, I should attack here. Okay, pass the turn. 1 out of 3. Yep. Okay, that deck dev is good. It is good. If we hit it, if he clears the Caius and he hits Dark, then that's good. If he has like Brain Vanities, it's good for him. There's a lot of things he could do that are like good for him. This game has been kind of intense. There's a lot on the line with like very few cards, but a lot of power cards. Wow, he did draw that Gores. I'm surprised he banished it to Allure. That means that he had no other darks. It must be a Snowman Eater then. So. Draw for turn. It is another mark. Special out Drill. Drill adds back Tandy, I believe. Maybe there's one. Honestly, is it better to get the drill damage and then pitch the Dandelion than attack the set monster? Yes, if his Ether Dark is Caius, but if he had a Caius, he wouldn't have banished the Gores, right? Just doesn't make any sense, so. I think it's better to get the drill damage. Hit for 1200. I don't think you banish Gores if you have a Caius. Activate, pitch Dandelion, banish, get 2 tokens, pass the turn. This drill dandy is going to get me a shit fuck ton of value. Like, it's already gotten me a lot of value with, like, the life point walling and, like, the... Just going for... I actually got so lucky to open Quick Draw plus Foolish Burial. In this matchup, it's pretty good. He could have Vanity's Fiend. That could be his out here, but then we just mark it and we win. So... I don't know. Brain Control. Interesting. All right. What are we taking? Am I dead? That'd be crazy. But not unrealistic, actually. This deck can kill you from this position with a Brain Control. Target? He is thinking about his target. Oh, Caius. Okay. Cool, he's going to take Caius. All right. So what are we doing? We synchroing with the Caius. He has to win the game this turn. It is viable, is possible to win the game this turn. It's just a little unlikely. He'd have to have like a super nut draw to win the game this turn. I don't know what his set card would have to be. Probably like, it would probably have to be Evil Guy, and he would probably have to have like double Miracle. Diva into Diva. So he already Diva'd into Gilman. He can make an 8-star here, but none of the 8-star. I guess Red Dragon. Okay. So attack. Okay. Attack. Okay. 2400. He knows my hand. He knows the hand, so there's really nothing to think about here. He makes Thought Ruler main 2 to play around Mark of the Rose. That makes the most sense, to me at least, is to make Thought Ruler main 2. But Drill Dandy is still going to do a great job there as well. It has to be Thought Ruler. Like, that's like, you can't really make a Stardust here, I don't think. Maybe you can. 3 out of 3, and I drew Titanial. Okay. Let's grab back Drill. Drill's gonna add back something. Drill's gonna give me Dandy most likely. Cause Dandy's gonna be my normal summon. Is it? No, my normal summon's actually gonna be Caius. So we're gonna grab Caius. I'm gonna go Drill effect to banish. Pitch Titanial. Banish. Mark of the Rose. Banish Titanial. Target Stardust Dragon. Sacrifice for Caius. Target the set monster. Activate, target the set monster. Treeborn. Interesting. Okay, we still have no hero. Now the question is, do we attack Deep Sea Diva or do we Mark of the Rose and make our own monster to attack the Deep Sea Diva with? We're kind of liable to die, but Brain Control's gone. It really is just Mirror Force. He made Stardust to protect that back row, so the back row's like, it's got to be decent, right? I don't think we're going to be grabbing back Dandy with Drill anytime soon. So I think it's correct to actually mark now. This could be really bad, but I just want to set up Stardust now. I think Stardust is the play. It's either Stardust or Thought Ruler. But Brain Control is gone, which is part of the reason why I was so scared of the other thing. And Mirror Force and Tarantula are not gone. If he's playing D-Prison, I'm going to look kind of silly, but at least I cleared the Diva, so... Okay, cool. Pass turn. I think this was the right play, but who knows? Drill comes back, we add back Caius. It's not quite game over a dark. But he has to game shot me from 3900 through a Stardust Dragon, which is kind of difficult to do. It's not impossible. His deck definitely can do it. Like, Phoenix Wing plus Stratos plus Plague does it, I think. No, it doesn't, actually. He'd have to have, like, Stratos, Grepher, Plague, Phoenix Wing to do it. Or he'd have to have, like, Stratos, Grepher, Dark to do it. Or he'd need to have, like, Evil Guy, Miracle, fucking... I don't even know. Evil Guy, Miracle, Mind Control, Stratos, and the set card would have to be one of those. Return is possible. He could return. He says GG. Does he have game? No, he does not. GG's. Oh my god. That was a hell of a match. That was a hell of a match. That was crazy. That was actually really close. Okay, finals. Finals time. Finals time. Finals time. Finals time, finals time, finals time. Who am I playing against in the finals? Who am I playing in the finals? Okay, let's see. Who is in finals? That would be the winner of the other bracket. Looks like it was Celia Bot. Cool. So we got Celia Bot in the finals. Winner of RBET Moreno Valley. Should be a pretty intense game. Should be pretty crazy. I'm liking the deck. It feels a little bit dicey. It feels a little bit like you have to navigate some pretty tense situations in some matchups. I've never really felt safe playing the deck, but maybe that's not the point. Maybe you're just supposed to walk this razor's edge and just always have it, which has just been the case so far. I'm going to switch it up to rock. Might be going scissors next. Nope. All right. So we lost rock, paper, scissors, but that's fine. Last game I was really impressed with Mark of the Rose, and I was also really impressed with Drill Warrior. Those are two of my favorite cards in general, so seeing them put in that kind of work was really cool. This hand is okay. I mean, we have ways to come back from going second, so that's really all you can ask for. I'm not, like, thrilled with this hand because of how passive it is. None of my cards do anything, but if it's just... I was going to say if it's just back row pass, it's going to be really good, but it wasn't just back row pass, unfortunately. Sanguine Attack is the pretty clear play here. All right. Looks like we're playing against fairies. This matchup should be good for us because of the Mark of the Rose. I don't mind DD Warrior Lady on Sanguine here. I don't think we set bottomless. I think we just pass. There's really no reason to make my trag weaker. Okay, summon Shining Angel. Perfect. Perfect. 500. I'm going to summon Tragodia in defense position. Oh. Banish the Sanguine. Cool. Now what do we do? Well, we can steal the Shining Angel, but that's a little silly. We can sit on the Tragodia. It's also a little silly. I do like Caiusing the Shining Angel and just forcing the Herald if he has it. Because if he had the Herald, there's a good chance he Heralds the Trag. And then if he has the Herald for the Caius, then he doesn't have it for the Gores. So I like this play here. Okay. We can attack. Could have Legacy plus Gores. That's always a concern versus this deck. Looks like that's not the case. I could set the bottomless now. It would lock up my Gores though, so I'm just going to pass. I know you guys are like, when are you going to set the bottomless? What is 4 fairies? Oh, this is not fairies. This is something else. Alright. Different deck. I'm going to get Chimera attacked here. Maybe I should have set the bottomless. Either way, I get Gores online, so it's like, it's really not that big of a deal. Gores Trag is nice. I'm so broken. 2,000 to 2,000. Quick draw. The chances of him having another Cyber Dragon monster are very high. Can we win the game this turn? If I crash, I cannot clear. However, I've got 5,400 points of damage. We can't exactly win the game this turn. We can poke the hand. Pretty happy with that. Hand poke is safe. Battle phase. 700. Because we might just hit the other Cyber Dragon here too, which is nice. 300. Activate. Hit that one. This is a cool deck. Oh, we hit Honest? Fuck yeah. That card's a pain in the ass. Hit for 2,000. Back row. Bottomless time. Pass the turn. If Cyber Dragon hits play, that's bad for us. If Proto Cyber Dragon hits play, that's even worse for us. At least we can bottomless Cyber Dragon. Yep. And I'm going to do that ASAP. None of that. None of that. No Proto. No Proto. Proto Baggins. None of that. Man, I drew 9 monsters. What the fuck? So did I. But my 9 monsters were Gores Trag. Get fucked. Alright. Let's side out Pot of Avarice. Maybe? Question mark? Royal Decree seems good. Against DNA Surgery. My own Cyber Dragons. We're getting into the Cyber Wars. A lot of cyber security happening right now. Okay. Yeah, that seems right. Just seems good to have those boys in. Vanities obviously seems very good. Light Mirror. Probably better than Decree. I'm just not going to side the Decrees. I'll side the Light Mirrors. Okay. How are we shiding? Return out. Avarice out. Caius is based. Reaper seems kind of bad, but we got to keep our zombie engine. Tomato doesn't seem the best. Quick Draw Dandy seems sus. Seems like he probably has a lot of ways of dealing with that, including Herald of Orange Light. Try out Card Trooper against the mono Cyber Dragon deck. We'll just try it like this. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be a weird one. A lot of reversals happening. Gores Trag probably our best cards. Thankfully opening up with Trag yet again. Dandelion also very strong. I maybe didn't need to side out the other one, but whatever. Did I side out the other one? I don't even remember. Rhoda for Chaos Endmaster is normally played in this deck. At least when I played it, that's what I was playing. You can also get DD Warrior Lady or Freed. Those are the 2 options, or the 3 options. Looks like he's playing Prisma to immediately send Cyber Dragon. That's also pretty good. Thunder King turn 1. Whatever. Draw for turn. Foolish is the draw. Honestly, I think it's just T-set. Pass. I'll torrential if something happens here. If a summon is made, I will torrential. Alright, there goes Dandy. Token. I thought about crashing the Dandy and stealing it, but I think this is fine. This is the most chill. Alright. Nothing to see here, folks. Just pass. I'm fairly certain that red meta will play into the torrential tribute eventually. There goes the token. Maybe not. Who knows? Caius. That's a good card. Maybe they have Honest. You know? But if they have Honest, then Trag Steel's pretty good, so... I'm going to go for Caius, target the back row. Actually... Oh, we got Pulling the Rug. That's pretty good. Pass the turn. Right? We could Foolish Plague and then do all that shit. I don't fucking want to do that shit. And we've got a Trag. This card is so broken. Spider-Man. Does whatever a spider can. More back row. Morbius back row. I don't like all this back row. Okay, I just don't like it. Your Thunder King? My Thunder King. Forbidden Chalice. Dank meme. Super dank meme. Okay. Well, we just pass. What are you gonna do? Run over my Trag? I'll just steal it again next turn. Dust Tornado? Sure. Ah, DD Warrior Lady. This is annoying. Okay. This has been an annoying game. I think I do win it still, though. Not sure how. Just one back row. Light Mirror. Oh my god. That's so unfortunate for our opponent. Come on. Hit the back row. Compulsory. Wow, he thought about it. Okay. Foolish Plague. Stack for Plague. Make Yugioh in defense. I kind of like that line. Except it loses to fucking Cyber Dragon, Tribute Summon Cyber Dragon. So I'm in a Foolish Plague. Plague. See if he has DD Crow first. Okay, he doesn't. Then we'll mind control the Thunder King. Gimme. 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 Give me the Thunder King. It can't. It's an effect. Alright. Nice. Yugioh Blarbian. Now I wait. I wait here with my Yugioh Schmarbian. How doth thee defeateth me? Honest? Is it honest, sir? Perhaps it is honest. Perhaps it is his own tuna. Perhaps it is elemental hero Charisma. Sure. Battle phase. Lightmare. Oh no. He doth have the light mirror. The mirror of light. The imprisoning glass. Oh, no, honest? I do want that Shining Angel, by the way. None for you. Oh, more back row? Morbius back row? What could it mean? I'm taking that Prisma. Book of Moon. I see. I see you have the Book of Moon. So what do we do here? We send Cyber Dragon. We attack an yugioh. We make the $3,000 guy. 3,000 attack point guy, not $3,000. And then we blow up the field. Sounds good to me. I'll just pass. I wonder if he sees... I mean, he didn't attack over the Shining Angel, so that means his other set is DNA Surgery. It has to be. There's no other card that would be set there. It just has to be DNA Surgery. It has to be the surgery. Oh, he can't even send Cyber Dragon. Because fucking Nightmare. That's fucking hilarious. That's actually so funny. Never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. Flippin' summon. Nothing? Alright. Shit. Gimme. Wow, I am crushing this game. This does not feel very close. DNA surgery. Machine. Okay. Think. So if I wind blasted, I don't have game. Actually, I'm quite short. So I think I just let him clear. I am thinking still. If I let him clear, I have to wind blast the Chimera Tech. Alternatively, I can just hope to rip a monster. I'm just going to wind blast the... I'm going to wind blast the Cyber. I'm just going to draw a monster. I'm not going to think about this too much. Another back row? Jeez. That's a monster. Can't activate it because of the stupid DNA surgery, but it does work. 500. As long as he has no stops, this should be game. It's kind of high risk that he has no stops. Obviously, 2 unknown back row. Book of Moon. Targeting? Okay, targeting Yugioh. Alright, so he had another stop. That's bad. Alright. I didn't think he would have another book there. I thought he would have used it to defend his guy. He probably should have attacked into the Yugioh first. Flipped it face up. But this is fine too. I mean, either way, you lose to Mark Brain Control. It's interesting. Hopefully he doesn't draw a monster he can summon. He didn't. Nice. Alright, Sangan's going to activate. And that should get us to at least Tomato, which can stall for us. You guys might be thinking, why didn't I activate the Lone Fire? It's because it's not a plant monster, it's a machine monster, so I can't tribute it for cost. That's the worst possible draw. We're actually going to keep that in hand, because I'm most likely going to make Bryonic. I really do just need to find one of 2 cards. He should know what my set monster is. Okay, yeah, there's the Prisma. That complicates what I need to win the game. So we're going to go Tomato into Tomato. Should attack it just for the damage. There's really no reason not to. Okay, not going to. Vanity's Fiend. Okay. So I think we crash, go into Gale, and then sack for Vanities and hope that's good enough. So I'm going to try that. Take 300, go into Gale. Green phase 2. Activate, target the Fortress Dragon. So it becomes 1500. Then I'll sack for Vanity's Fiend. And then pass the turn. Solemn Judgment. Alright, we'll go to the next game. That was annoying. He had a lot of back row. He had a lot more back row than I thought he was going to have. I think Royal Decree is going to be pretty fucking strong. That Forbidden Chalice shit was annoying. It's like never a card you play around. Dandelion seems really good. Quick Draw also seems really good. I don't really think we need as many Cyber Dragons going first. Goblin Zombie and Sangan seemed kind of bad. I want to side out some of my traps too. I didn't think my traps were like spot on that game. Trap Dust Shoot, namely. Call of the Haunted, maybe. I have a feeling we can better deck him if we just don't play. I just need to draw my Mark of the Rose and my Brain Controls. It's probably better to have Quick Draw Dandy than Cyber, but I could be wrong about that. That could be my mistake here. But I think Dandelion is super, super good in this matchup. If he doesn't find Warrior Lady. Yeah, like I'm really happy with this. Actually, this is fucking fantastic. So, yeah, we'll go Quick Draw. Pitch Dandelion. Special. Get 2 tokens. Normal Lone Fire. Activate. Go get Titanial. Synchro into... We could have sided out Titanial and stuff. But I just don't think it's worth siding it out. Because, like, it's so strong going first. Pitch Lone Fire. Banish. Set Bottomless. Pass. DD Warrior Lady can clear the Titanial if it's off a Shining Angel here. But that's fine. Like, I literally don't care about that. Here comes Thunder King. No. I just want to win the game next turn. So we can get Drill Warrior, get back Dandelion. I think that's the best play. Are we specialing Sidra to run over the Lone Fire? Probably. That if they have it, like I feel like they can't allow me to maintain Lone Fire in play. Okay, never mind. Looks like they're doing the thing. Torrential's not a great draw, but it's not a bad one either. We're gonna be able to add back Dandy here. This is a pretty clear drill effect to banish. Pitch Dandelion, banish, get 2 tokens. Lone Fire, sacrifice a token. Go get Mystic Tomato. I'm actually going to summon it in defense position to play around Mirror Force. I'm actually going to sacrifice the Lone Fire for Caius. Because if Caius dies, then activate Caius to see if pulling the rug. Summon's fine. Alright, target that one. Mystic Tomato, or Mystic to Space Typhoon, that's going to be banished. I might as well switch the Titanial to defense too. I don't think there's really any reason to 2-for-1 myself into Mirror Force. Attack for 24. I should set the Torrential. I do get owned by DNA Surgery here. I could just get owned by it. There's nothing I can do about that. Unfortunately. Here comes Murmillo. I don't care about that. Sure. Yeah, that doesn't matter. All right, Quarry, also fine. I could Torrential to protect my drill from Chariot, but my board beats Chariot, so I don't really care. Let's see the Chariot. Nope. All right. Drill will add back. Today, should summon the drill in defense, actually. I'm not gonna. I'll just grab a... Ah, man, I should summon it in defense, shouldn't I? Because if I get the drill in defense, I switch to Titanial. I think I'm just going to grab back quick draw. Okay. He didn't mirror force me last turn. Which means I don't think he has it. But, like, what else could he have? DNA surgery. I think we banish the drill for sure. First. Pitching, quick draw. I think we switch to Titanial. I think we do play into Mirror Force. Because if he has Chalice, he can pump up his guy. Start of battle phase. Okay. Okay. Titanial attacks. Mirror Force. He did have Mirror Force. Okay, interesting. What is he thinking? Start of battle phase. That's weird. All right. Pass. I'm not going to think too much about it. I think we should be okay, though. Dust Tornado? Okay. Yeah, I would have negated that with Titanial, so. Bestiary, okay. This shouldn't beat Drill, though. This shouldn't beat Active Drill. Yep. Shuffle. Question mark. Take 2400. Is he going to tag out the Geyserus? I can't imagine him tagging it out. Okay. Looks like he is going to. Interdasting. Without the Chariot, though, like, this doesn't really do anything. Yeah, like, this can banish Dandy, but I can just get another one, so I don't really care. I think the add back might end up being Caius, unless you top deck Chariot. Okay, sure. That's good. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see what the back row is. Well, it's not Mirror Force, so. Oh, we drew Caius. That's pretty good. Drill Warrior can add something back here. I'm not sure what we're gonna add back actually. I think it's quick draw. Or is it tomato? Could be tomato. How real could his back row be? So if it's tomato, we summon it. We just run over both. That's fine. He could have Chalice, which would be annoying. But who cares, you know? Like, then we lose our Drill Warrior. That's not a big deal. Tomato. Yeah, I think adding back tomato is fine. Almost summon tomato. It's just a matter of if we want to crash the tomato or not. I don't think we do. I think we just want to run this shit over. I should have attacked the Laquari first in case it was Chalice. Yep, he does have Chalice, okay. Nope, he doesn't have Chalice, alright. Cool. Interesting. So his guys just die. Have I used Sang in this game? I haven't. I could Foolish Dandy. I don't really want to give him that luxury. So what I'm going to do is actually just pitch the Foolish Burial. I don't think it matters that much. Keep the Caius. It's very likely his last back row is like a DNA surgery or a bottomless. Could be Solemn too. Should have maybe Solemn the tomato summon. There's Thunder King. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Is he even gonna attack? No. Alright. Ooh, Nightmare's cool. Standby phase. Drill comes back. Drill's gonna get me a card here. I think it's pretty safe for Drill to add Caius, because I'm gonna be pitching. Well, I'm gonna be pitching whatever I add back anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I guess I'll grab Lone Fire. I'll just grab back Caius. We'll see what happens if the Caius doesn't resolve. So I'm gonna Caius. This is gonna target the Thunder King. Battle phase. I mean, Mirror Force is gone, so this is pretty safe. In phase 2, Drill Warrior, pitch Caius, banish, set Light Mirror, pass. This may be getting Dust Tornado? No, it's not. What is the back row? DNA surgery, maybe? Well, Drill Direct is game, so he had to draw an out to drill this turn. But he also has to draw an out to Caius, so there's a DNA surgery. GG's. GG's. That was a close match. That was a very close match. A lot of back and forth. Reflecting upon the deck, reflecting upon the zombie plant deck, I think it's good. I think it's legit good. It's a little bit grindy. Those games were long. They were pretty taxing. I love Drill Warrior. I think that's my favorite part of the deck. If he goes unanswered, like, it just feels so fun to play with this card. I mean, like, I just have a lot of fun playing Drill Warrior. Let's be real. The rest of the deck, the zombie engine felt a little weird. Like, it didn't feel like it was great ever. It actually felt like it just kind of increased the deck's weakness in a weird way. But it made the Foolish Burial a little better. Like, Foolish Burial became like a summon in some cases, and like Spirit Reaper had some utility. Every game I was using the zombie stuff, I was not really happy with it. But every game I was using like the Mystic Tomato, the Dark Armed, and the Quick Draw stuff, I was very happy with that. So maybe like this deck could exist, but just like cut this and just play like another Quick Draw and like another Debris. Because like these are the cards I wanted the entire time. And maybe even still play the Spirit Reaper, you know? Like maybe still play this guy. Like this looks more fun to me. But it also probably looks a little bit less resilient. You'd probably need some Dust Tornadoes if this was going to be the case. And you probably have to cut Return for like a Dust Tornado, something like this. And your Phoenix Wing would be a little bit worse. So I don't know. The deck, it felt strong when I had the plant stuff going. It didn't feel necessarily strong when I had the zombie stuff going. But food for thought. I'll see you guys in the next vid. And I'll definitely see you guys for RBET Online this upcoming weekend and RBET Orlando the following weekend. Cheers. Peace out, everyone.